Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. So today we're unpacking something incredibly exciting and honestly super practical. We are going to decode a highly sought-after zero to glam makeup look together. Now usually, to learn these exact techniques or to get this specific flawless look, you'd be handing over some serious salon money. But today, we are going through this entire masterclass completely for free, unpacking every single step right from the source material provided by PK Makeup Studio.
I mean, it's the ultimate question, right? Do you want pro-level makeup without paying those crazy salon prices? Well, the great news is that achieving this highly requested, flawless look at home is entirely possible. It's not magic, guys. It is simply a matter of technique. Today, we're going to reveal the exact product quantities, the precise tool selections, and the professional application methods that transform a basic routine into a stunning, long-lasting glam look. If you follow these steps, you'll be able to recreate this yourself and have people asking where you learned to do your makeup.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our 5-step blueprint for building the perfect canvas. Step 1, skin prep and concealing. Step 2, achieving a flawless base. 3, contouring like a pro. 4, setting, blushing, and highlighting. And finally, 5, the glam eye makeup.
All right, let's kick things off with Phase 1, skin prep and concealing.
You know, a glowing, non-patchy makeup look actually starts way before a single drop of foundation even touches your skin. If your base fails, it's almost always because this crucial prep was rushed. First, you absolutely must thoroughly cleanse and tone the face. Second, apply a high-quality moisturizer and blend it completely into the skin. But the third step, the primer, well, that's where the real magic happens. Using a primer, like the one from Makeup Studio highlighted in our source, is absolutely compulsory. Why? Because it ensures your makeup is long-lasting and properly fills in any of those little pores. Seriously, if you have textured skin or visible pores, skipping a pore-filling primer is basically a guaranteed way to make your makeup look uneven.
So once the skin is prepped, we move to concealing problems like dark circles, tanning, or pigmentation. And when concealing, the golden rule is 1 to 2. You gotta use a concealer that is exactly 1 to 2 tones darker than your actual skin tone. And here is the real professional secret. You must apply it in a very, very thin layer. You definitely don't need a thick, heavy mask of product. A good quality concealer applied thinly will hide all those problems perfectly without looking cakey.
Moving right along to Phase 2, achieving a flawless base.
So, the trend today is all about that no makeup base, a finish that looks so natural and radiant that it barely looks like you're wearing foundation at all. But there's this huge common myth that trips up beginners. People think that applying a thicker layer of foundation somehow equals better coverage and better makeup. The pro approach completely contradicts this. It's actually all about using the right quantity and thoroughly blending a super thin layer. By mixing a custom shade, in this case using OG Light 4 and Medium 5, and applying it in exactly the right quantity, you prevent your base from oxidizing or turning that dreadful gray color. It ensures your makeup lasts longer and looks completely flawless.
Now, while flat brushes used to be the industry standard, the modern pro technique demands that you switch to a fluffy brush for your foundation application. When you use a fluffy brush, it applies the product in the perfect, minimal quantity while simultaneously blending it into the skin. If you follow up this fluffy brush application with a beauty blender, you ensure the product is pressed into a stunningly thin, flawless layer. This leaves a totally natural, radiant shine on your skin without even adding any extra illuminating products.
All right, on to Phase 3, contouring like a pro. So now that we have this gorgeous, even canvas, we need to bring structure and dimension back to the face using a contour stick. Contouring can definitely be intimidating, but following a few strict rules takes all the guesswork out of it. First, target the cheeks, jawline, and nose to enhance those natural features. Second, and guys, this is a big one, never use a contour shade that is more than 3 to 4 tones darker than your skin. Using a shade that is too dark is exactly why contouring often ends up looking muddy, ashy, or overly harsh on clients. Third, when blending the forehead, stretch the skin slightly for a smoother application. And finally, you can use a fluffy brush with a firm grip for the face, but you absolutely must switch your tools when you get to the nose. Using a large brush on the nose is literally a recipe for disaster. It will spread that dark brown product everywhere, completely ruining the shape you were trying to create. A small brush is absolutely mandatory for nose contouring. It allows you to keep the shape perfectly defined, enhancing the bridge of the nose without making the center of the face look dirty.
Okay, Phase 4, setting, blushing, and highlighting.
We've perfected the skin. We've sculpted the features.
But have you ever experienced this? You have a beautifully blended foundation base, but the absolute second you apply your setting powder, it suddenly becomes patchy and uneven. It's so incredibly frustrating, right? Well, our source material reveals exactly why this happens, and honestly, it's one of the biggest insider secrets of this entire routine.
Here is your ultimate solution. Always apply your loose setting powder with a dry beauty blender. Think about it. Many people use a damp beauty blender for their foundation, and then they use that exact same damp tool for their powder. Using a wet beauty blender for loose powder, like the Huda Beauty powder utilized in this routine, is exactly what causes those foundation patches to form. Switching to a completely dry beauty blender to press that loose powder into the skin ensures a smooth, creaseless, locked-in finish that can withstand sweat and oil all day long.
Next up, we bring life and dimension back to the set face. The creator specifically highlights using a K-Beauty blush, which blends seamlessly to provide a gorgeous, natural, airbrushed look to the cheeks. Contrast this with the high points of the face, where a Bobbi Brown highlighter is used. This specific highlighter doesn't just add chunky glitter. It adds a glossy, incredibly natural shine that makes the skin look so healthy and deeply hydrated from within.
Finally, we made it to Phase 5, the Glam Eye Makeup.
Now, this specific elongated look might seem a bit intimidating, but is actually highly methodical and super easy to achieve. First off, you don't even need a heavy, separate eye base. Just blend out the leftover foundation on your eyelids. Then map out the shape by applying gel liner to the outer corners and carefully smudging it with a small brush. Step 2, take a light brown eyeshadow and blend it all over as your transition base. Step 3, apply a striking silver shimmer like the one from the Huda Beauty palette, right to the center of the eyeball area. And finally, step 4, apply a pop of color to the inner corner. The source uses a pink shadow here, but the great thing is you can swap this color out to perfectly match whatever outfit you're wearing, yellow, orange, whatever fits your vibe.
But wait, there is one crucial eyeliner rule you cannot break. You must draw a very, very thin upper eyeliner. If you draw a thick, heavy liner, it will counteract all the elongating work we just did and actually make your eyes look small. Keep it thin. To finish off the eyes and make them look incredibly snatched for pictures, combine your natural lashes with a pair of NYX 01 lashes and apply MAC mascara to the lower lash line. The contrast is absolutely stunning.
And that pretty much wraps up our explainer. I really want to leave you with this fantastic, grounding quote directly from the creator. It's all on your practice and how you blend the product. Achieving this zero to glam look isn't about finding magical secret potions to mix into your foundation. It is entirely about mastering your tools, your quantities, and your blending. It really makes you wonder, though, if the secret to a flawless, natural face is actually this deeply technical and precise. What other everyday beauty illusions are just a matter of hidden professional geometry? Thank you so much for exploring this with me, and keep practicing.